On a gorgeous southern afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Atlanta, Georgia, and inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early second and long. Now Penix. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. You look at this Carolina defense. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. At the 38-yard line. Looking to throw, Penix. Branch for the catch. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 more there and another first down. The Falcons at 1-0 on the year following the win in week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. And now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
12 more yards there and another first down.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Penix. He rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. And the Panthers will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there on second down. Well, this defense for the Falcons, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground. That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Brought down by Zach Harrison.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Out of the gun, it's Young. That one complete to Legion. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Young off the play fake. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Divine Diablo dropping him behind the line of scrimmage. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. You talk about this Falcon defense. It's quite a unit, #1 in the NFL against the pass.
Normally you want teams to gel late in the season, but this unit, they've been terrific right from the word go. Came in as the #1 rated unit against the pass in the NFL after just 1 week.
Young to throw it. They'll run the screen with Hubbard. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Remember last time out, they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed him up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, one great way to judge a defense. How do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and have to run out the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
To the air, Penix. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one good for 37 yards. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. And we'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Folk. And it's now a 7-0 game. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, early on, you know, know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. A short throw hauled in by Trimble. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Young. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. It's Young off play action. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Divine Diablo. And the Falcons are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
They start on the ground with Robinson here. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Big Derek Brown making the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's Penix. Shakes off the sack. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Back to throw now in his own end zone. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. This is taken at the 18. Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
A give up the middle, Hubbard. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them would be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Throwing, Young. Open man here, Coker. He's got it. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 31-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Well, they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Young to throw it. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 50 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll throw with Penix. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Now a 2nd and 10. First throw now for the backup Tua Tagovailoa. And complete to Drake London. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Robinson will try to pick it up. A beautiful fake. And he is going to have the Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's how you pick up a 1st down. You know where the sticks are. You know where the 1st down marker is, and you find a way to get there. That's called having vision.
He had a lot of vision last week, didn't he? NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was dominant. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. And looking to throw, Penix. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Derek Brown. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this 1st half. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
From the shotgun, it's Penix. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Michael Jackson. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
At the 7-yard line.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Ryan Fitzgerald now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead now moves to 9-7.
Makes the score Panthers 9, Falcons 7. Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Second and 5. Young is intercepted for the third time this game. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Second and 10. Penix working out of the gun here. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
It looks like, yes, it is 6 defensive backs on the field for Carolina.
They're going with a dime set. He'll drop to throw. That is caught. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now Penix. Open man is Branch. She's got it. That is signaling a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. This quarterback now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Looking to throw, Penix. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
On for the Falcons field goal. A 48-yard attempt.
The Folks kick is good. And that will do it for this first half.
Makes the score.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
And when you throw as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide, because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here is Young. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Off the play fake, Young. Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Press the button. I went deaf on it.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll set up to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Derek Brown getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Young going to give to Brooks. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Young. That's caught. This is Coker. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is fielded at the 27. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And it will be Falcon football.
37-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here. A little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Operating from the gun, Penix. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
To throw again is Penix. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
A 3rd quarter now, to 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. To the air, Penix. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
In today's NFL, size is a consideration, but it's not something that will limit you. He may be only 5'8", but extremely shifty and quick. He can run deep routes and take the top off of defenses.
Robinson. And he gets in. Touchdown. Brian Robinson Jr. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Folk connects on the extra point. And the lead is up to 8.
Falcons 17. Panthers 9. Nick Folk to kick off for
Folk out there now to kick this one off. It's over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
A play fake. Now Young. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. Young now, 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Zach Harrison breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
3rd down, Young from the gun. This is caught by McMillan. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 23. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on.
1st down.
And that's a much-needed 1st down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
Young's got his guys 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Brooks. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. James Pierce into the backfield in a hurry and brings him down for a loss.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Young now. Short throw hauled in by Trimble. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
That's pulled in by Brooks. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Brooks, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now here's Young. And it's caught. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
is something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on fourth.
Well, that play seemed well scouted defensively. They collapsed everything inside. Nowhere to go on the quarterback sneak. Now it's going to bring up fourth down.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They throw for it on 4th and goal at the 1. And the Falcons able to muster together a goal line stand. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over. Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll throw again from their own end zone. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And he is caught. And they work this out past the 25. 25 yards that time.
25 yards on the play. And the Falcons, first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And some room to work. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Falcons. Bijan Robinson with their 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th. And the Falcons are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Folk. And the lead is up to 15 now.
24. Panthers 9. Nick Folk to kick off for Atlanta.
Folk out there now to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 31-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Throwing, Young. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Young. That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Now Young. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Zach Harrison picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here comes 2nd down. Here's Young. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Avion Terrell. And the Falcons are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
At their own 49-yard line.
And they will take a knee here. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about